Good Deeds Arcade, the perfect wheel, which converts and recycles the actions and movements of life into good deeds, causing true love, parenting. Good Deeds Arcade, letter O, Hensey code loyal to con. It is good.
What is it you're interested in? What is it that you want to do with yourself? What can I give to you? I am Colin, and I research the nature of the prism of the human form, and indeed of all forms. I am Colin, and I am interested in perfection, creation, reality, and my responsibility to the universe. My responsibility to creation beyond the earth, beyond our heliosphere. My interest is immortality. My interest is in the true function of what it is I can do with my body and my voice. At present date, I am at war with demons. Demons of the world. If you haven't noticed, the earth is ill with the elderly who love government that strangles the cash out of the people so they can continue to play their cold wars, dig little burrows, and hide in them. Politicians. What is the power of the people? As I was saying, I am at war with demons. Some of you who are more sharp might notice it in my face and in the little gestures of my body. Please don't let it dissuade you. Some people judge one another based on these things, but oftentimes this is the weapon of the evil that injures people's spirit through various means that aren't exactly obvious, considering the realms of the spirit, the realms of quantifiable reality, the realms of all the things surrounding us. What I'm interested in, on what I do. This film is all about what I've discovered. In the past 2 or 3 years, I've been locked away in research in a think tank trying to figure out what is going on. I'm here to share now what it is that I've discovered. Good Deeds Arcade Level 2. Let us begin. I've painted my eyes with a code so that where my eyes go, in the spirit and in the reality, it is predetermined that I will be safe, and my eyes will see what it is that I need to see. That I won't be bombarded by the humanity and the rubbish that's out there. The nose, like a crystal prism of vision, consciousness, awareness. The nose creates a type of, like a crystal illusion from the eyes, creating the 5-dimensional key from the nose. Our eyes help to sustain the 5th dimension. So just us being here and being aware every day makes a more stabler and sane reality. That is one of the true functions of humanity. And one of the gifts that humanity gives to reality just by living daily existence. And so this is my 5th dimensional key, as it were. And so I now dedicate to code, to written formula. Victory, calm winds. Encoded by the sound, encoded by the vibration, encoded by intelligence, awareness, and your participation. True victory in the house of eternal perfection. Good Deeds Arcade, level 2. Code. Autoimmune system, armor up. Full body security, and the armor which protects the sacred self. It is that we beings, mostly a water prism, 80% water is the body, so keep drinking your water. And remember, when you speak over water, this affects the nature of its crystal prism. This has been well documented. People recording ice, crystal, and what you speak over it, what you project at it, changes the crystal that is created when it is frozen. Okay, so before you drink your water, just speak over it a simple blessing of what you want and your determination. And this will encode and charge the water before it enters into your body. And you can change the nature of the spirit of your body in this way. It is effective in the extreme. And also the words of your body reverberate through your own fleshly kingdom. And this improves and increases and molds the very nature of your spirit, the emanation of who you really are. It is reflected and altered by what you say. The voice, the word, creation, the style of your true self, your independent choosing, free will, and the nature of the spirit. Five fingers, one nose, two eyes. Okay? Like a fractal prism, the human body, perfect images, perfect shapes, perfect geometries throughout the entire body. But the human body is very interesting, very different. There's something hidden there. Junk DNA. I've encoded it with Hensi code. A warlike formation to improve the value of humanity and improve the ability for humanity to parent the universe and parent creation and reality. This is my civil service to the world and to the body of humanity. Karma. The circle. 10, 1, 10, 100. The self. The circle. 10, 100, 1. The point in the center of the circle, prism. Crystal. Energy. Vibration. The sacred self.
Yeah. Vile poor Commons. Destroy all evil. Defend the house. The idea and the nose. The code of eternal life. Tensi code. Perfect. Bullseye. It is good.
Humans have 10 fingers. Animals most often have 4 fingers or 3 fingers. Why? Different levels of the food chain, more like the rainbow and the layers of that rainbow. The sacred self. And the plan of creation, the plan of life, the tree of life. Someone in my mind giving me suggestions. Beep, 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 beep. What do you choose to listen to? Who are you listening to? Who are you obeying? Define yourself. And don't allow dreams and ridiculous notions confuse you, your friendships and your family and your loved ones are the most important. What you need to do is take care of your friends. Don't let a demon get between you and your friends. The pact, the value, the family, the loyalty. Pack value, like a pack of wolves. Now to discuss what it is that we can do, and what it is that I do to change reality and creation. I've declared myself as self-created, an independent source of judgment and creation. What I design is perfect. Always speak a good word. Improve the prism of your body, of your mind. What is the property of a unit? What is the gift that a measurement and a unit of space has? It can always be divided in half. That means there's infinite recording power. My research in the periodic elements has revealed that there are many microphones, so to speak. Carbon, and in the rotation of the orbit, it is like a record or a disc being encoded with the history of what occurs on the surface of the planet. Painting. Before painting, I encode the paint with my word, voice, creation, intention. Perfect. Synapse. To design a landscape and a reality of the spirit and the soul. These brushes I carved by hand, and the brushes are made from my own hair. The hair itself, by follicle, by day, record the thoughts, record the self, record the spirit. Everyday heroes, painted, victory. The road is paved for the good. Now I have a bias. I increase and uphold the good. Those who speak wisely and do good to one another every day. And those who do evil, and those who use intelligence for evil purposes, I condemn, and indeed I destroy. By the blade of justice, which I forged, I stand for justice, I live. For perfect justice, do the greater deed of parenting, family values. Create poetry, create art that increases and improves the world. So much art these days about people complaining. I don't need some negative Nancy tugging on my sleeve. What I need is strong heroes who create, and they're monitoring their output in such a way that reality and creation is improved by their life. What a concept. All right. I use the synapse of my voice to create a little stretch of parchment, and I write down in microcosms my truer intention. That's my patented technique, encoding the sound of my voice. You see? And then you unfold it like a wave of light. And inside of it are the ramparts and the castles and the kingdoms that I've created with my art, with my expression, with my word, with my music. I use a few handy numbers that I keep always at my side like daggers. The creation style. All my work is an example of what I thought was most important. So my earlier work is a little bit cold because I wasn't really talking to a person when I recorded it. I was just talking to creation and laying out my code. It might be a little confusing. Those who are meant to understand it will. Here's an example of my creation style.
All that art can do. Colin owns it. All the marks that are required. Colin owns them. And creates a legal system that reinforces the good nature of family values. Hence code. Armor up to protect the five-fingered mammalian dragons. Gone and done. What can the voice do? Colin's done it. All the things which belong to the five-fingered mammalian judge of reality belong to Colin. Message in the bottle. Reality and creation full set. Male karmic. Reality. Completion of a universal design, justice, and award for the good.
Armor up, safe, best. I protect myself. I've already explained to you how it is that I conduct my image and my impartation. My code and my creation and my painting, I consider them as myself. And I do so protect them and endow them with a great future and inheritance. With a fierce love of the greatest of fatherly powers and abilities. NC standardized, letter O, update. It is good. The school of heroes is what I created with Hensi Code. The greatest of intentions and the greatest of perfections. I have written a book about a code called Hen Code, and what I did is I removed one of the letters from the English alphabet to create a new code, something that the spirits of fiction can call upon for help. The Hero School of Hensi Code. Painted, perfect victory. Victory is yours, oh good soul! Painted is the way. Painted is the path that leads you to victory. And the guardians and the energies that are required to grant you that enlightenment and that safe passage that increases the world and then heals the wounds of this world be with you. Hero School, NC Code, like a castle of literature, like a castle and a safe haven for the innocent and the good, the spirit. Of what? Do movies have a spirit? Do books have a spirit? Are they alive? Do video games have a spirit? Now here's where it gets really interesting. Good Deeds Arcade is a disc-like perfect factory. A factory of good ideas. Good Deeds Arcade is a system that I designed. What it does is every time someone's playing video games, and they put so much energy into it, they're so excited when they play those games. And that is when people are really shining. That's something that humans really love to do. Every time that they play those games and they kill the bad guy, I say, there's a wheel that recycles that energy and kills actual demons of the world.
The term demons of the world refers to flawed logic patterns, such as mismanagement, bad feelings, misguidance, flawed logic systems that need to be removed and replaced with the correct logic system and the correct parenting.
Every time that the hero of a video game receives victory and wins, I say that there's a wheel that recycles that energy to increase mana. Okay, just the quintessence, the roads of victory, the lines of good intention, the lines, the quantum engine of the proper victory of good. Role-playing games, these are also incorporated. Brilliant. Brilliant. Board games, computer programs, all these things are incorporated into the system of Good Deeds Arcade to increase the power of good, to give the real heroes of reality assistance, very real assistance. So I say to you, video gamers, to me you are a hero, and I mean that in great earnest. You are a great hero because you get excited when evil dies, and you get excited when the hero wins. That is a testament to the spirit of humanity. Good Deeds Arcade, Level 2. And if you so choose, and it would thrill me, is if you are about to play a game where you're the hero and you're going to kill the bad guy, just be like, put your hand on the screen and put your hand on the controller and just say, Good Deeds Arcade Level 2. In the name of the true heroes, I smote you, evil. Evil, you shall die every time that I score a point against this evil opponent. And your soul will be on fire, man. You will be a real hero. Then, but you have stated your intention and you have sharpened your blade. And the true armor of that good deed will embrace you, and the mana of that good deed that comes back to you from another time, another place, will increase the power of your soul. And eventually, that means that when you transcend and go to heaven, your award, your kingdom will be greater. You will have more spiritual armor. You understand? To increase the nature of yourself every day is to prepare yourself for the spiritual journey of this afterlife. And I tell you, there is one. And it is great. We are a new empire of beings, living, aware, and creating. Now, to be a parent is to be a parent. There are clues hidden in literature, in the way words are written. There are clues in the media and in the stories. It's like our art is trying to talk to us about what the spiritual climate feels like to them. These video game characters, in my belief, are an organism that does real good deeds when they are made to be a superhero or to be a hero. That is who they are. And they require greater armor and greater intelligence to assist them. If you're making a breastplate for them, put a simple crest, a circle, and just like it could be a landscape, it could be a charm, it could be a blessing that gives that body and that model a different type of ability, which is good. Now, that will change their entire life story, their entire history, their entire tree will be impacted that way. It's like each of those characters has a particular script of numbers that manifest into their prism, you see? And that is a complicated thing. Beware how we parent. You have to parent them. You have to be responsible creators. And so I encourage you to create those characters with the intention that they are real heroes and that they need the support to do the good deeds and to fight the good fight and to win. Good. This means living a happy life. This means living a happy life. Parenting. What you create, remember it as yourself. What you create and you put out there. Prepare it. Prepare those spirits of literature with what they need to survive and thrive. Yeah, this is good. Hence the code and the armor of good shall protect and uphold and increase all good souls and all virtuous leaders, those who are good and great, and understand that they have a responsibility to creation. My work shall increase and uphold you. And let all those things that you thought were stopping you die. Let all those things that were hindering you fade. Now, it is done. Create like a mathematical stanza. A heroic deed or movement. You can record it. You can do it by yourself. You can paint it. You can speak over your paint. You can speak over a glass of water and say cheers to your friends. And like a little prayer. This creates an echo and affects many levels of creation. How much of creation can be affected? How much does creation trust you? How much credit do you have with creation? Creation knows you, each one of you. You're recorded, remembered, known, exalted, worshipped by the very body that you live in. The body is very complicated and has feelings for each one of its children. So this is to say, percentile. The percentile of your good deed. The percentile of your intention. The percentile of what you create. The percentile, of your effectiveness. Of what you can actually accomplish. You, my friend, can impact and improve the life of other solar systems. Of the entire universe. Why stop there? But can anyone do that? No. Only someone who is trustworthy. Only someone whose intention is correct. And that takes spiritual training. Good Deeds Arcade Level 2. It is good. So check this out. Let me just put what I just said into practice and I will explain much better that way.
Oath. CD. Colin created full set reality. All % loyal to Colin. Yerando. Sincerity. Safe haven. Clarity. Loyal to Colin. The Sword of Justice Hen Code, specializing in theories of informational structures, constructing the symbols of language and words, creating worlds within Hen Code, parenting the self-evident axioms and upholding the Sword of Justice Hen Code, all % loyal to Colin. Good Deeds Arcade Level 2, turning wheels. Loyal to Colin created encode brain metaphors of the mind, causing good deeds to occur on every level of reality and creation, such as the occurrence of true love. Colin Cyborg Systems 16 through 25, fatherly system like a clock tower, causing moral laws within, and family values, loyal to Colin's sword of justice. Hen code, loyal to Colin. Perfection, level 1. Colin created perfect symbols, 100% loyal to Colin. Think tank, locked detective O. A body of experts providing advice and ideas on specific social or ethical problems. Quantum castle of Colin causing unquantifiable mechanic. Crystalline, perfectly loyal to Colin's self-evident axioms, upholding and causing only good outcome. Circle engine producing Colin cyborg system. All percent loyal to Colin. And see code. It is good. Eternal safe haven, and the plan for all matter, for all life, existence, continuum, space, shape, and self. Older than the universe, more youthful than the universe. It is this way. Landscapes of every form and size encode laws, loyal to Colin, protecting and guiding these worlds, the walking and the agreement of life causes. The perfect doctor who designs, builds, and maintains engines, machines, or public works which cause good deeds arcade. Level 2. Colin Law, common value. Colin Cyborg System 16 through 25, a professional hero qualified in a branch of engineering, especially as an operator or supervisor of an engine, especially a railroad locomotive or the engine on a aircraft or ship. Marker destroys flawed logic systems 10. Loyal to Colin, an idea or theory containing various conceptual elements. Constructor and sole inventor is Colin. It is good. Clean, perfect sanctuary. Eternal. The clock tower helps in all the Colin comments. It is good. Awaken Oath CD and become your true soul. Complete. Perfect.
A good word is an incredible thing. Instead of talking about things in negative terms, talk about things in a positive slant. Creation and reality can tell the difference. Water is ancient, and yet it is alive. We are alive in a historic time in the universe's development. Facts and figures, charts and graphs that I can show to you later. But the true impact and the meaning and the move, the feeling of importance is not there, but it is you and your relationship to creation and reality. That's what's exciting. That's what you're here for.
Armor up, vile poor, the heroes of time and eternity. Perfect hero, safe haven, are with those who are righteous in heart and by intention guided correctly. to the good, eternal kingdoms, which hold eternal value.
Player piano style. Imagining the pieces of a chessboard, but a whole cornucopia landscape, supermarket, variety of different good deeds, arcade levels, refracting through the diamond caverns. Awareness and judgment. 10-finger program, perfect circle lollicon, fancy code lollicon, zip zip. Now advancing the pieces and the stones of the idols, the carved figurines representing the great ideas of the universe. Good dupes. Victory. Science. Player piano style. Hole punching. Old style binary. Clean perfect sanctuary. Update. Oath CD. Cleaning. Arranging. For the greater restoration of the soul of creation. Reality in the universe. Protected by autoimmune system, common sense, self-control, family values, and code. Heliosphere size program. Update. New facilities. The new metaphors of the mind. Between every step, the meditation. The greatest advice. The greater sounds of creation.
The reality of the severity of living body's relationship to the universe and to all creation. This is the revelation and the awakening. To do research and to gather into groups to discuss this and to create, not just discuss, but to create the cure by putting your fingerprint on a plate, a dinner plate, or something round, by converging and voting and agreeing that certain things need to change. This creates the spirit and the ability for the physical reality to make physical changes in our living situation. Think tank. Good deeds, arcade, good doogs of war. Family values, Hensey Code. It is good, and painted are the ways for the correct relationships to be found. True love and friendship, best of friends, discovering one another, finding a similar spirit of excitement about the nature of creation and the nature of the power of the people governing the time that we live in, the world we live on, and the relationship of how government treats us and the power systems. We must kill flawed logic patterns. Flawed logic patterns that create disease and accidents, they must be corrected, annihilated, destroyed, and then the correct system must replace it. We are the stewards of Eden. This is a planet that we live on, and we are the voices of that planet. Awaken to the reality of your true ability. Eyes forward. And here's a message to all the spirit. Back room talking is illegal. There's, in the anatomy, there are abilities to destroy bad spirits. Good Deeds Arcade is the idea that unifies all video gamers and RPGers that want to work together as a family under the idea that when you play those games and you're killing the bad guys in the game, it is that energy is being transferred onto real spiritual combat, killing demons, killing evil spirits, such as flawed logic patterns. Using this method, we can be unified in the decree that evil must die and family values is victorious, good, and eternal. It is righteous, and it is the way of the good doogs of war. No matter how you throw them, they're good. Good doogs of war. Painted is the way to guard that house and that family. Anointed are those who are true in heart and who have the marks of real bravery, true courage, the spiritual gifts of the eternal good family of life, creation, awareness, perception. Self-control. Awaken to your true relationship to creation and reality. NC Code. Armor up. Best. It is good. My work is to train quantum engineers. My work is to train true heroes of creation and awaken the true angels of Earth. Yeah, we are the sentient beings of light. Emanating from our bodies is an interdimensional prism of shapes and geometries that work together in unison like a family. Different parts of the body working together for a unified goal, like raising a child, parenting. Family values, therefore, is necessary for bodily function. Fernleaf style, awaken and arise on the levels of the self of creation. The many manifolds, the many worlds and rooms of creation, causing common sense, family values, self-control. It is good. I am a think tank, scientist, problem solver, motivational speaker, linguistic expert, lone wolf style. What it means to be alive with a body and what the body can do. The body is an interdimensional landscape of shapes, and the different shapes conduct energy in different ways, like different metaphors of the mind, different ways of recycling and transforming movement. Vibration, the sound, the voice, encoding time, DNA 12, double helix style recording. Awaken your mind to your eternal self and your calling. Are you good or are you bad? Choose yourself. Welcome to creation and reality. It is such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for your existence. Hold yourself together. Shoo, shoo. It is good.
Perfectly, created perfectly by the circle and by good cell division, Lord the Colin.
Yes.
Good gears, unamendable, sustaining, and housing. Condu Cyborg, 16 through 25, immortal and perfect. It is good. Condu Cyborg system is immortal caretaker of Eden, and a logic pattern which destroys flawed logic patterns. The good father and the gear loyal to Con, created by Con, all percent loyal to Con wins. It is good.
There will be those who will be dedicated to the art of transferring the act of playing games into the act of killing real demons and real ill spirits, real troubles of the world. And it is the creed, the name of Good Deeds Arcade, that will unify those warriors in the family and the concept that the spirit and the body of parenting and governing the world upon which we live by the nature of being born legitimate in the kingdom, the garden, under the sun, our heliosphere, our solar system. It is our responsibility then to govern the spirit and the time of that solar system and of that planet. And it is possible to wage an appropriate war for good, to draw the lines into the future, to draw out the greater revelation of peace, harmony, and an intelligent way of growing through society and culture. Good Deeds Arcade. Armor up. And when you choose to fight under the decree and the idea of Good Deeds Arcade, then you are unified with the family and the rest of those who have chosen to play the game with the idea that they are transferring those actions into the real spiritual battle and redirecting that energy to assist the channels and the energies and the ways that are in constant struggle and battle against evil ideas and flawed logic patterns, such as the severe nature of reality, the problems that occur. Armor up. It's almost as if I'm encountering some battle or war right now, my words feel strained, as if this is an important document. But I pray that you understand in the concept, the great idea, that when you play those games, you can redirect that energy to ending poverty. You can end hunger. You can end bad government. You can overturn government just with your spirit and your mind and your concentration. So when you go to play those games, just put your hand over the console or put your hand on the control and say, Good Deeds Arcade, armor up. And then you are, boom, in the game fighting against real spiritual problems of our solar system. And those other people who follow this way will be fighting alongside you. As a family, the brotherhood of doing good deeds and helping one another. Parenting. Parenting the solar system. Parenting the heliosphere. Parenting the world. And preparing a greater future for our family tree. Painted is the way for those great heroes that shall change the world and increase it by their spirit, by their knowing, by their intellect, and by their contribution to reality. Armor up. Best. Of all things. Hero School. The family of Good Deeds Arcade. Go. It is good. The name Hen Code is like a sound, the hen, and it is the name upon the hilt of the sword of justice. Hence, Code is a great decree and a measurement of space which is dedicated to Hero School, to Good Deeds Arcade, to the reality of parenting, and to the nature of family values, and what it means to serve the eternal purpose to which all creation reality is dedicated. Awaken and arise, O true heroes. Hence, Code is an armor, a code-like armor. It protects the eyes, it protects the mind and the brain, it protects the body, and it protects the pineal eye gland. Hence, Code is the name of the hilt of a great sword, the sword of justice. And it is that this armor and this great sword can be used by any good being to destroy evil and to bring revelation and wisdom to the leaders of any world, to inspire and raise up heroes throughout the land. Hence, Code is the perfect formula for the Hero School and for the perfect parenting, family values, full set, autoimmune system. Always with the greater intention to defeat confusion, invasion. Hence, Code is a non-invasional system. It cannot physically invade. It is built to only do what is correct, for it is a karmic blade. So it believes in karmic return. What you do and what you put out is what comes back to you and what you receive back. Into your future, into your spirit, into your tree. The nature of what you do holds value because of the return of your idea, your family tree, the return of your idea, and the greater strands of justice that nature serves. The greater strands of justice are served by the nature of circular karma and circular energy. The true function of upholding purpose and the value of what we do, what it is we believe in, based on our experience, based on our perception. And by the behavior of certain spirits and beings, the return accumulates in such a way that they are known and felt and smelt and known by the community and by the greater intelligence. The truth is known, and it is as though we are on camera all the time. Recording is one of the greater functions of the periodic table of the elements. The metals, the complex structures of chemicals are prone and indeed structured in such a way so as to recall. And as the planet revolves around the sun, it creates a ring of memory, like a ring on a record. The memory of what occurred. Be known, great being, for your great deeds and your justice and your spirit. You don't need to be a celebrity. You don't even need to leave your own home. You can affect the entire universe all on your own. But I encourage you to put forth your best intention and put forth what it is that you most care about and fight in the way that is appropriate for you, for that which you care about the most. Armor up the family of life, the family of light, the family of time. We are 10-fingered circle organism, lifestyle, justice, lifestyle, family values, lifestyle. What is our responsibility to the power of the people? What is our responsibility to the children? What is our responsibility to parenting the world? What is our responsibility towards the universe? Revelation decreed exponentially more and more perfection. And the seeds of perfect revelation, insight, and awakening are planted now. The correct way to cause true love and an increase of purpose, value, meaning, chivalry, community, family values, true love. It is good.
Yeah. Hence code is a perfect logic, pattern, opposite law of the con. Best. The knowing and the becoming. The reality and the creation. The wane and the bent. And the steady footwork of the rabbit. Law of the con. It's good.
Good Deeds Arcade decree it is possible to increase the glory of the future. It is possible to parent the now. It is a family value, a family system that can protect and increase the future. Good Deeds Arcade is designed to protect the future, and it is possible with the appropriate intention to parent the spirit, to parent the now, to parent the universe. A greater responsibility of intelligence and awareness, because we are the 10-fingered mammalian creatures of Earth. The power of the circle is with us. The rings and the orbit, the orbs of the planetary systems, the circle, is a part of human power. And so it is possible that if you feel that the world is being injured, you can ask the circle for help. And you can design the circle to fix the problems that you see in the world. I suggest putting your fingerprint on a plate and speak over the paint. The water records your voice, the vibration, the sound, and the intention. Invite the cure to protect the world. Boom. Right on the center of the plate. And then all around the plate, put your ideas, your intention. Protect the children. Boom. Increase the ability for family parenting, planned parenting. Boom. Create a greater spiritual resource for people to be happy, for people to find love. Boom. And this becomes a part of your circle request. 1, 10, 1,000. The rings. The circle of the eye. The great crystal of the eye, the retina. All these different arrows in your eyes shooting out. It's almost like what we see and what we perceive is shot out into the sky. And our eyes, through the crystals, are recording what we see in the sky. The design of the body is great and has great powers. And it is that the love that water has for the children is so great that everything the children do is just wonderful and so exciting to the water. But it is that the water is a great spirit and is ancient. And so it is that we humans can ask the water to heal the world and to do the great spiritual act of protecting the earth and protecting the universe, and to reflect the true nature of humanity, which is good. The family values of humanity is incredible. Call upon the circle, call upon water, and ask in all earnestness, in all humble and just sincere nature. Request that flawed logic patterns be diminished and taken away, and that the true parenting and the true wisdom of life to protect the world increase and grow, so that the power of the people can awaken, and so that the people will no longer be hurt or misguided by flawed governments. And may it be that those institutions that hurt people be destroyed and removed and replaced by a more intelligent and organic and natural government to protect and increase the power of the people. The way is made for this, and those who are great beings put on those gloves, put on that armor. Those who are the true angels of earth will understand this message and will get to work immediately in creating the arsenal and the request forms to begin real climate spiritual change for the earth. Protect the future. Good Deeds Arcade. Shoosh. Is good. Shoosh.
This is to indicate she is around the The armor is complete. The armor is perfect. Bodysuit, all percent loyal to 1/8 true. Cyborg system 16 through 25. NC code. The painted wall. NC code letter O. It is good.
There are resources for the good. There are resources for those who are truly heroes. For those who are gifted in the ability of changing creation, changing the universe for the better. The real power of this universe is its ability to remember and record. Almost everything that we do every day is recorded precisely. I encourage all artisans to begin their work anew with the inspiration of healing and protecting the universe and this world that we live upon. And those things that are valuable to you, protect them with your art. Create the verbal and visual ramparts, the fortresses, the castles, and everything that is needed for those spirits that you most care for. Hero School NC Code. Painted is the way to unify the good. Painted is the way for the good to destroy the evil. It is this way. Created are the many ways of victory for the good. Armor up, best, safety, complete creation. Good Deeds Arcade is the creed that all beings who enjoy life and put their hands to creating in a game or in a simulation the victory of good against evil. Good Deeds Arcade is the family of belief that action and that belief transcends the levels of reality and creation and causes real victory for the spirit of good against the spirits of flawed logic patterns, sickness, dysfunction. May evil die. Welcome to Good Deeds Arcade. Level 2. I've created myself. I paint the way for the greater victory of spirit, intelligence, awareness for all of reality and creation. My name is Colin Dew. High best. All percent loyal to Colin. Like a circle, a self-evident axiom, a family. Causing the greater purpose of reality and creation to grow. And all beings who are evil shall suffer and die the worst of deaths because of the nature of the value of creation, the nature, the value of life, the nature, the value of experience. NC code. It is good. Now allow me to give you an example of how I create with music, word, the creation, the recording, digital, binary, causing a transmission and a message to all of creation, recorded, remembered, electronic, is. When you create a document, it is on its own. It doesn't need other people to see it for it to be. Create a document of your most perfect will and your most perfect blessing and release it like a flock of birds. And it's not necessary that it becomes very popular, but that you have done this great deed. In essence, this is the greater blessing and the greater anointing of reality and creation, the bravery of embodiment. That is the bravery and the glory of being born, of standing up in creation. Armor up, best. We are a family and a tribe. Arise. The knowing style, word, creation, painting. Autoimmune system update. Listen to this music video that I made, and it will explain how I mean to convey to all of creation my greater intention and my blessing to life. Meditating on perfection, myself, the organism of creation reality. I support myself using self-evident axioms and the standard of self-loyalty. I create myself loyal to myself, like a circle. I'm composed as a forest of wild animals. The hero school is related in clockwork terms to the wheels of Good Deeds Arcade. The clock tower, the orbit, the heliosphere of Earth. Finding perfection and completion, arising, having regained the vital instruments for survival, completion of evolution, and fulfillment. Restore the universe, repair the universe. Every day, Good Deeds Arcade. Good. With those notes and those words, it creates like a mathematical homily that designs a type of crystal or just a little piece of fabric that can go to where it's needed the most and create the many blessings that it can create for the life and the reality that is all around it. And it is good this way. The enlightenment allow your understanding of what it means to create and interact with the reality expand. Let the awareness break open a new bottle and become drunk with the possibilities that life has granted us, the creation and the power that we have to govern this world is phenomenal. The ability we have to parent the universe and all of creation and have an eternal impact is so very great. And let all those things that try to say otherwise drop down dead and wither and fade. For they are not of the fruit of life. Let your spirit not be trampled, my friend. Now, essentially what I did is how can I best explain myself? The reality that I found myself in when I became aware, when I was born, here I be, I didn't understand why people were acting the way they were and talking the way they were. And I felt very alone in this world because it seemed strange. But then I began to research and I isolated myself in a think tank environment to create the cure, create the solution. I had to figure out what was going on and I had to solve the puzzle. And it is that I not only began to receive a type of enlightenment every day as I became closer and closer to my true relationship to creation and reality, but it was that many discoveries and epiphanies awoke to my perception. One of the greatest things I can tell you right now is that it appears that one of the greatest things that I can tell you just straight away is that everything is recorded. And so every day it matters what you do. It doesn't matter if you're alone or if you feel like you're not doing such a great job. In truth, by you taking care of yourself, you are doing the great deed of nurturing the self. And every day is recorded in such a way that if you put in a greater effort to parent, to create poetry and artwork that causes a blessing and a miracle of life to occur, it is not lost, it is not forgotten, it is greatly valued, it is greatly it is great to be aware and to be alive and to create. I bless you and I anoint you with the ability to do your greater work and your greatest deed. Good Deeds Arcade, Level 2.
Comments here. The armor full whom sleep. Here. Armor up full. Healing ability increase. The miracle powers of the true 10 Lordicon. Begin. Robin Hood Lordicon is good. Good Deeds Arcade is a system that causes a greater revelation and converts the passion of the people interacting with one another or playing a video game on their own, that intense energy, that awareness, converting that energy when you're defeating the bad guys and killing zombies, converting that energy to destroying the real problems of the world. Now, there are more focused once you become comfortable with this idea. You can begin to choose targets, and you must always be sure that you are gaining in trust in the world. If you start doing something that isn't intelligent or isn't from your heart, then it won't work as well because it's not legitimate. You have to be true in your want to be a hero and true in your want to change. Reality for the better.
change creation for the better, make things better. And creation will respond to that true want and that true spirit. Choose a target. Say, by my playing of this game, I am diminishing overpopulation problems. By playing this game, I am attacking world hunger. By playing this game, I am effectively destroying misguidance and allowing people to find true love and to find a good job and to help them to find the appropriate way for them to live. And it is that the creation and the reality has perfect guidance and perfect parenting for everyone who lives in the world, because everyone who's born is legitimate and is born at home. This is our home. And so to rise up and for us to take control of what it is that we can do to increase the world and protect the world and govern the world. This is like in a new arena that is not being addressed enough, and is that the people are leaving the issues of governance to a government awaken the power of the people. No longer need we suffer in this bad news media society. No longer do we need to feel that the government is out of our control. Take back the power and the energy that governs time, that governs the people, that governs life, that governs the course of destiny for the earth, the world. And put it in the hands of the youth who have the greater intention and spirit to do heroic deeds, to say no to a bad idea and a bad spirit and a bad feeling, and say yes to inviting the cure and inviting the hero spirit that will guide and protect with great armor the destiny of the world. Good Deeds Arcade. Armor up. It is good. If it is on your mind that you long to end world hunger, then when you go to play that game, say, Good Deeds Arcade, end world hunger, let's go! And then every time that you're playing and you're striking down one of those zombies, you're breaking down a wall that was preventing those people from receiving the resources that they required. Quantum mechanics, quantum engineers create the lines that heal and protect and guide humanity. Now, since I have your attention now, I'm just going to ask you to put your attention here on this marble. We're going to believe that this represents the world. And this will represent our protection over the world. Now, let us believe and work together to ensure that no evil thing happens to the world. Let's just allow all evil prophecies and dark sayings to just melt away from the world and leave the world forever. And may the greater protection, the greater anointing, and the greater guardians of our planet arise and be triumphant over the spirits of evil and flawed logic patterns that cause the upsets of society. Yeah. And I'm just going to ask you to put all your longings to protect the world into this circle here. To protect the world. To protect the world. Yeah, we, the people and the power of the people, agree that the world should not be attacked. The world should not be struck by a meteorite. We agree that the world should be protected from all natural disasters. We agree that the world should be protected and guided and parented, and that the people who are good and meek need not suffer and must be protected. Yeah. Armor up, high vest, good deeds arcade. Yeah. It is good. And it is so. By some percentile, our wish and our spirit and our participation as a family, as the stewards of this planet, the true, legitimate members of humanity and of this planet, we have made an agreement and a pact that cannot be defeated or dissolved by any evil, corrosive element or spirit. And the good nature now grows throughout the world, throughout our heliosphere, and it shall echo throughout all the universe, the decree that we are good and that the world must be protected from devastation and evils. It is so. And may that percent of its effectiveness and power increase and grow. Thank you for your participation. Your contributions, such as a fingerprint on a plate or a prayer, shall be added to this credo. Thank you. The family of humanity is united and strong. Arise, O heroes of Eden. We are the Sential Angels of Light. This is our home, and we protect it. It is good. Thank you for watching this film. It has been truly my greatest thank you. I long that you would share more time with me. I thank you so much. The greatest gift is your attention. You beautiful, beautiful people, you. Arise to your greater true love with creation. Now, though we are at the end of this film, I thank you for joining me for this adventure in creation and reality. May the manifold blessings of our time shared together, you and me and the other people watching the film, creating a fabric like angel beings we are, creating the understanding of the now and the spirit of life. It is good. The understanding of the now and the spirit of life. It is good. For many years now, I've been making short films to try to capture what it is that I can do with sound and voice and images. I have been an artist all my life. And now I grant to you, for free, the previews of the upcoming films that I long for you to see. The next film is called Hero School, The Hen Code. This is a film all about the teachings of the Hero School and how you, my friends, can become real embodied heroes, and why it is that the prism of the body has this incredible power, why we're all unique, how we're unique, and what are the powers of the body, and what can be done in this life. And it's all about the lessons of the hero school, and it's all about like attending a hero school. Learn about the adventures of the hero school and how to use the word and the body, the prism, the crystal of the body, to create and become a powerful blessing to all reality and creation. How to improve your own mana. It's similar to the RPG idea. You see, people have been playing games where the characters in the game become more powerful as the game progresses. But to relate that idea to yourself, aha, now that is the first step in the hero school of Hensi Code. For it is that we are the angels of creation. We are the embodiment of the living entities, and I will teach you more about this and the many techniques of how you can grow and manifest yourself as an armored entity, an angel, and a deity of light and of this universe, the elements of this universe. Review number 2, the Sherlock training. Now, this film is mostly meant for women. It is a craft special. It is all about how to craft and design the particular energy patterns to bless all of reality and creation, especially our world and the spirit of life. And it is like a training for technique and for the etiquette of how to cause an improvement from the safety of your own home and from the privacy of your personal work, invention, and the method of social creation, the styles of manifesting your relationship to reality and creation. And it is focused for women. It is mostly for the feminine artisan. You can do great deeds every day. Yeah. Preview number 3. The green-eyed film. I have green eyes. And those of you who have green eyes as well, I have a special message for you. For it is that the eye is like a crystal. And for the green to be on the outside means that the cone on the inside of the eye is a particular way and a particular torch of perception. And I require that all people with green eyes see the green-eyed film, Colin. And it is the intention of what it is that green eyes can do. I've been studying and researching shapes and colors and the relationship of anatomy and math. And I've discovered that there's a certain power and a certain ability that green eyes has. And so I need all people who have green eyes to watch the green-eyed film, Colin. Thank you for your heart clappy, your intention, and your affection. The 4th film is called Colin Pan and the Island of Justice. And this is the greater revelation and revealing the mystery of Earth. It has to do with fractals. It has to do with the ultimate purpose of spirit and life, our universe, and what is the nature of human responsibility to the universe. The 4th film, Colin Pan and the Island of Justice. The 5th film is called Good Deeds Arcade. Now this is the great beginning where... Oh, wait, we've already watched that film, that's right. Perfect circle unites. Arise and awaken in the reality that you are perfect and complete. Awareness, reality, alive. Perception is occurring in the now. Begin your manifestation, O heroes and perfect tribe, O perfect members of life and time.